Hey guys, Smart Ninja 000 here. Today we're going to be doing some more Wizard Pack stuff because that's probably the most popular video on my channel, or series on my channel. Now, few things first is, if you guys would leave a like, that would be great. If we can get 5 likes, I'll do another video sooner than normal because, yeah. And also, it just shows that you guys like the series and you want to see it keep going. I don't usually say like at the beginning because that's weird, but I want to do it this time. So do it. Click that like button. If you don't know what the Wizard Pack is, it's like a command, like a mod. Basically, it's supposed to be like a mod, but made out of command blocks and a texture pack. You can see we got a whole bunch of really cool stuff like diamond hook. That's just because I never updated that. Like wands and orbs. If I go on this side, there should be. That's a gem. Nah, I never updated that. And custom mobs, which I can't work on because they still have an updated lore. Except the textures and models and stuff. So, now I've done a couple different things, and I'm gonna have to. It will take me a little bit of time to actually remember. But the first thing I did was I changed the way smelting stuff works. If you smelt something, if you smelt like armor or something, you can what's called. I need one more of these. The way it works is you just put it in. You can smelt armor. I know, cool. So I changed it up a little bit. Normally it gives you 1 iron nugget. Then I changed it to an iron ingot. But then I changed it. It gives you a nugget of that type. But I changed it to iron ingot, so it's a little bit better. But I changed it back, so now it's. I changed it back because that's not right. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's broken. It's supposed to give you 7 iron nuggets, but 7 iron nuggets and 6 gold nuggets when you smelt that. Chainmail does actually count as iron, which is kind of cool. I don't know why that just didn't work. Maybe it's because it's MBT. I don't know. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. I'm not sure why that's broken, but that's what it will be. Now I do have some custom recipes. We have. I forgot what they were. So we have a saddle recipe. Finally, I know everyone loves saddles. This is broken. Why are snapshots buggy? Okay, so here's the saddle recipe. Why does snapshots have to be buggy? Look at that. Now it works! And here's the name tag recipe. And then the armor. The horse armor. You'll notice what I've been doing. I don't have diamond horse armor. I'm not sure how I'm gonna craft that. Yeah. Because I do like the nuggets. I didn't do diamond yet because I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. So currently diamond's uncraftable. If you have a suggestion of what I could do instead of diamonds, maybe I'll just make it all diamonds. But I do want it to use nuggets more, just because really, when do you ever use a nugget? Like, come on, you guys know what I mean, right? Please. Now for the enchantments, I thought about this a lot, and I think the way this stuff is going to work is short-term effects, such as potion effects, basically all potion effects and stuff, are going to be given through the use of wands. So every wand, they're going to be the potion effects. If I'm going to give a potion effect, it's going to be done through wands. Now wands, they're going to be a little bit different later on once we have more elements, because obviously I want to add more elements just to make the game more complicated, which I think could be really interesting. You don't have to actually do any of the wizard pack stuff except for fight mobs, but I think that could be kind of cool. What I want stuff that's short-term and effects, just short-term and effects. I want that to be through the wands. For long term, and this isn't the right thing, I gotta update that, but for long term and their attribute modifiers are going to be done through the orbs and like item things, like summoning stuff, sort of things you can have more than once over and over without it becoming overpowered. That's going to be done through the enchantments. So it does get a little bit complicated for me coming up with new abilities, and I completely redid the enchantments. Yeah. So here's our enchantments. We have excavation, and what this does is it just breaks the extra block behind you when you mine, which is kind of nice. So if you break this, so if I have 2 blocks, I break this with my level 1 would break this. If I have 3 blocks and if I have 3 blocks and I have level 2, it breaks 2, and if I have 3, it will go back 4. And what's nice about this is it's got a purpose. Obviously, for strip mining, this is incredibly useful because you mine a lot faster and you don't end up using a lot of extra resources, like extra durability, I guess. So it's got that nice ability, just without using up too much, like without it becoming like a 3x3 super overpowered. Next we have tracked, and the reason the track doesn't actually do much to the bow, it's just when you're playing stuff like PvP, and you want to shoot your bow and you shoot it, sometimes it's hard to tell where it goes. So what tracked is going to do is it's just going to make particles wherever the arrow goes. It's a pretty simple like enchantment, but it has a purpose. Like, it's nice just to see it. I'm not sure how often people will be like, "Ooh, track, that's so cool. I love this enchantment." But more in a PvP aspect, it definitely has a purpose. So the next one is Rich, and this one I've been working on for way too long. I want something to make getting XP a little bit easier, just a little bit nicer. And what Rich does is super easy. If you're holding the weapon, it summons an XP orb on every mob kill. That's it. Very simple, very nice. And that's just pretty obvious. It's done with the Minecraft.custom::Minecraft.mob_kills scoreboard type. Now, Smokey is TNT, but really it's not that cool. What it does, it's also a bow, is when you shoot the arrow, I thought it'd be kind of cool if we had a smoke bomb. There was originally a smoke bomb wand, but that's kind of useless. So what Smokey does is when you shoot it, it's going to summon a bunch of particles, and I think drop a splash potion of slowness and blindness, which I think could be kind of cool. It's a little bit overpowered probably, so I might end up changing it. But at the moment, it's going to shoot, boom, smoke, and it costs TNT. And of course, if you didn't see the last video where I explained it, don't watch that because it's outdated already. I know. The recipes work like. That's not how the recipes work. Where's bottle and with TNT and gunpowder. So the way the recipes work, real quick, if you didn't see the last video, is you have your XP bottle, which will be available via cauldrons. If I don't add them in this update, there'll be a recipe for them. And then you have your... Wait, what was there? Yeah, I don't remember exactly how it went, but I think it was something like this. So you have 4 things around it, and then depending on what those 4 were, it will create a different. So for level 1, which is just the small explosion particles, explosion 0.0, 0.0, 0.0, 0, 100. Whoa, that's laggy. Probably because there's 100. Let me put a little distance. It would be something like this. That's kind of effective. Not really. Maybe, probably with a little bit more range. That's just a representation, remember. Okay, so yeah, it would be something like that. Versus, I believe, huge explosion is 1. Unless they change these. Nope. I'm bad. No, it's not. What is it? It's explosion emitter, so it'd be something like... Well, it's a little bit hard to see. Why don't I just summon it in front of me? Okay, so we can see the 2 differences. Okay, so here's our first one. That's huge. Here is our second one. There's no sound. There's no sound on purpose. 1, 2. Now for the second one, it would probably be tuned down just a bit because it is a lot bigger. That's still way too much. That's probably a nice. You can see it's very large. And the last one we have is a trident enchantment. I know we have 4 trident enchantments, and I was thinking I need another thing. What can I do? So trident is going to be now a type of thing you can do, and what the trident enchantment is pretty simple. You throw it, and it's going to break the block. Now I'm having a little bit of trouble with this just because the way the trident faces is kind of weird. I think it might be, like, look at that. That's not even, like, there's no easy way to tell which way it faces. Like, why does it face this way? I don't know why. It's not like they're all facing in the same direction. So look, this one's facing that way. This one's facing that way. This one's facing that way. No, what I mean is, like, the entity is facing that way. So if I were to do something like this one, so execute addy, or at addy type equal trident, we're going to run set block. We want to use carrots. Look where it sets. It's not where you would expect it. Now this, like, so when you throw it, it's not actually going to be. Now this is a perfect example of it being not in the right block. Like, look at this. Oh, the trident just despawned. What's annoying about that, though, is because then breaking it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But I can probably figure out a way to do that based off of the way the player is facing. I'm not sure I'll do that yet. Don't ask yet. Because I want it to be like, look at that. Boom. I can't use, like, look, it should break that block. You'd assume it's looking at there based off of its head or so. But no, it looks up. So there's probably something I'm missing with tridents. I mean, they do generally look in the same direction. Like, look, if I keep shooting them all this way, and if I shoot it this way, it's still the same general direction. If I shoot them all like this, it's all the same direction. It's just kind of weird why they do that. And you'll notice, like, if I shoot like this, look at that face away. If I shoot like this, that faces towards this away. That's straight up. Like, I don't know. There's no real good pattern to it that I found. You can see that's facing straight up. So I'm not sure exactly what to do for that. I have a couple different things I could try and do, but really it's going to be a lot of, hopefully I won't have to remove that enchantment sort of going on. You know what I mean, guys? So yeah, that's pretty much Wizard Pack news. Other things to know is, eventually, once it's 1.13 is out, you will be able to play this. Like, I don't think I've said this enough in a recent video. You will be able to play it, like the Wizard Pack, on a server, so you don't have to download anything if you're scared of getting a virus, which is going to be super cool. It's going to be on, the server's up right now, it just doesn't have the Wizard Pack on it. You can play it. You can see there's definitely no bugs with the horses, so I'll probably have to delete the horses folder just so that way it updates correctly. And probably all other entities just to be a little bit nicer. But anyways, if you want to join on to that, you can. The IP is ninjacraft.mcpro.io. That's what it's going to be eventually once the Wizard Pack comes out. You can get on there now and start leveling up your MCMO, because that will stay once 1.13 comes out, just because MCMO, my god, that's hard to level up. But the other stuff, like, what's it called? Your inventory, the world will reset. Now, a lot of people have been really mad about me for this. But when you think about it, it makes sense, because having stuff like diamond armor, that's going to be really annoying, and then stuff like world generation. With the new oceans, you won't be able to find that stuff unless you travel thousands and thousands of blocks. And the random teleport doesn't go that far, and I'm assuming people have already teleported out there, loaded that chunk, and then probably left, meaning that you won't be able to find the ocean stuff there, which is kind of super annoying. So we will have to end up resetting the world, but it's okay since we've already fought the dragon, and I want to see how the dragon fight is affected by this. Anyways, you can join that server. I'm on there a lot if I'm not working the Wizard Pack or something. I'm usually on there, so that is cool. Other Wizard Pack news is we're looking for people to test out some of this stuff. Now that might sound super fancy. No, it's not. We just want some people. You apply. There's a form on my Discord. I do need you to join the Discord, so if you want to do that, you can. But really, if you guys can't find it on the Discord, just DM me on Discord and I'll send it to you. But the reason is, it's for the food. Like, the food is going to be really hard to balance, so I'm just going to set up the food put on a server, 1.13 server, so you can't play 1.13. And we're just going to let people do whatever they want there. There's no plugins. Obviously, it'll be whitelisted, so random people can't join. And someone starts, I mean, there won't be a lot of roles, so you guys can find out more about that though on the like. I mean, no one has a 1.13. No one has a 1.13 hack client, so I'm not really worried about that sort of stuff. So yeah, it will just be like a nice little thing where people can hop on, test out the food for a couple hours during the weekend, because we'll only be up for a couple hours during the weekend while I'm on, just because I need to moderate it. See people's opinions. I'll be on there too. So that will be that. If you guys want to do that, again, just join the Discord server below and you can do that. And of course, if you don't want to do that, you can just join the Discord server either way, because then you can get lots of other Wizard Pack updates and stuff. So yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. I don't want to do command blocks on video because it's all in the functions, so that's kind of pointless. But a few other updates. I'm planning on making a wiki for the Wizard Pack because I want it to be complicated, so there needs to be some sort of thing along with a bunch of little short tutorial videos on how to do some basic stuff, how stuff works, that sort of thing. But the question is, here's the question, guys. Should it have its own website, like its own Weebly website, because that's what I'm going to use, since I already have a Weebly account? Don't ask why. Or should it be a wikia? So if you don't know what wikia is, it's like every single wiki. So what I mean is something like the fandom, like powered by wiki. Should I pull up an example? Why don't I pull up an example? So here's the MCMO wiki. You've probably seen this website. So yeah, this is just like MCMO wiki, and then it's got like all this nice stuff. So that would be option 1. So here's an example of an old Weebly website I had. It's actually interesting. This is the original Wizard Pack. Now, we had 2 things for the Wizard Pack. We had Magic Armor, which was custom enchantments. So this is old. This is 1.9. And this was really overpowered. There was 5 different sets with 6 different commands. I don't know why I split it into 6 different commands. It could have been a 1 command, but I thought it would be cooler if it was 6. One for the start off unit, and then 5 for each. So I guess this is kind of like what is the old Wizard Pack. And then we had more mobs, and this is the Troll and the Warlock. Now, the Warlock is not going to be added. Don't ask for it. The Troll, I think we already have it, don't we? Yeah, we do. It's like, except it looks nice. Now, it was... I remember these rankings. These are so incorrect. Like, it was incredibly just weird. So, players nearby couldn't jump, and I remember I was like, I remember why I did this. I had seen that the fact that if you gave someone enough jump boost, they couldn't jump. I found that by accident. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm the first person to find it. Which is, of course, is not true. But anyways, they spawned on stony places. Basically anywhere iron was, I think was. If a zombie stepped on iron, they would spawn. I know, great. So they were. I like how it's fast/slow. That doesn't make sense. So they were pretty interesting. They were kind of funny. And then warlocks, if a zombie went in water, a warlock spawned. And I have no idea why Extreme Hills is in here. But if a zombie went in water, so they had Poison Cloud, which I'm pretty sure were just like if you got too close, it started doing that. Wither, because I think if they hit you and fire damage, I don't know why there was fire damage, but apparently there was fire damage. And they had less hearts. They were apparently less difficult, although based on the fact that they're Wither Skeleton with Wither Skull. Yeah. and they dropped a blaze rod, and that was kind of funny. But this is sort of what it would be like, except first off, without this really cringy background that doesn't make sense, since all you see are command blocks and no custom mobs, as well as the fact that you can actually click this. I couldn't figure out how to turn that off. But this is the old website. It would be like this, except a lot nicer. I remember I did a video on this actually. That's really old. And then this, I remember this. Yeah, this is awesome. This shouldn't actually be a capital S. That's typo. So yeah, you guys get to decide. I think I'll try and set up a poll in the little eye in the corner. Hopefully it'll be there. It should be there like the whole video. So you can do it at any time. I don't actually know how those work. I just spread them out equally. But there should be one. If there isn't, just mention it in the comments and I'll add it. So those are our two options. If you guys want to see a wizard pack history video where I show off everything back to very basic custom mobs. The best part is it was in the 1.9 plus command block thing, except for the fact that the custom mobs are actually 1.8. Yeah, I know. I think they were 1.8. I don't remember. So if you guys want to see that sort of stuff, you can always just ask for them in the comments, and if I get a lot of comments for that, or a comment with a lot of thumbs up, then I will do it. And again, feel free to leave anything. Any questions, that sort of stuff. I don't know, this is a bad outro. I guess I'm outroing. Please subscribe for more. You guys can subscribe for more content. Leave a like if you enjoy this sort of stuff. I know this is a very good, like, wizard pack stuff. Leave a like because it shows that you like the content. You want to see me keep doing it. And that sort of stuff. Again, do the poll because that's incredibly important to me. I also did a poll on my Discord server, but that post will have been deleted. So you will have to do the poll if you already did the Discord server poll. Sorry. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Share with your friends, leave a like, subscribe, comment anything. Yeah. Bye.